Welcome back, everyone. If you're someone who's completely obsessed with personal growth, optimizing those daily habits, and literally wringing every single drop out of your potential, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're bringing you a genuinely fascinating explainer that completely flips a classic self-help script on its head. We spend so much time trying to fix what's going on inside our heads, but what if the true key to unlocking our mindset isn't internal at all? What if your external surroundings are actively and frankly ruthlessly dictating your internal success? That's the core premise we're unpacking today, the absolute, undeniable power of your environment. So, I want you to be brutally honest with yourself for a second. Is your environment actively ruining your mindset? Picture this incredibly common, highly frustrating scenario. You wake up, right? You're determined to have a killer day. You sit down to practice those morning affirmations, visualize your success, and just get your head in the game. But you're trying to do all of this while sitting in absolute physical or digital chaos. There are unread mail piles staring at you, your desk is a mess, and your phone is already buzzing off the hook with notifications. Listen, if your surroundings are screaming chaos, I promise you, your subconscious mind is going to lose that battle every single time. Okay, let's dive right into our roadmap for today's environmental audit. We're going to cover the mindset saboteur, the subconscious signal, your physical sanctuary, your digital pipeline, your social climate, and finally, we'll wrap up with the alignment upgrade. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the mindset saboteurs, and exactly why those morning affirmations keep failing. Look, we build all these powerful internal routines, but we have to recognize why they constantly short-circuit the second they face external disarray. We are essentially living in a split-screen reality. On one side, you've got the chaotic workspace. You can practically feel the anxiety just thinking about it, right? This environment is an active saboteur. It just feeds your brain microstress and endless distraction. But contrast that with a clean sanctuary. When your space is organized, inspiring, and explicitly designed for pure focus, your internal mindset work actually has the runway to take off, instead of getting instantly grounded by a messy room. Moving right along to Section 2, the subconscious signal, diving into the biology of adaptation. Now, what's really interesting about this is that the whole concept is heavily inspired by stem cell biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton. He proved this staggering biological truth. Human cells do not dictate their own fate in isolation. They don't just magically act on their own programming, completely ignoring where they are. Instead, they adapt entirely to their environment. And guys, here's the real kicker. Your subconscious mind works the exact same way. It doesn't exist in a vacuum. It is constantly, relentlessly absorbing signals from your physical space, the media you consume, and your inner circle. It's a biological and psychological process of pure, unadulterated adaptation. You can see how this operates as a step-by-step biological pipeline. Step 1 is your environment, which directly generates Step 2, the subconscious signal. And that signal, it ultimately creates Step 3, your actual lived reality. So if you have a messy room or a deeply negative social media feed, that's Step 1. Step 2 is your subconscious receiving a glaring signal of chaos or threat. And Step 3 is you experiencing actual anxiety or a total lack of focus in your day-to-day reality. It's a direct, unbreakable chain. So, what specific environments are we actually talking about here? Think of it as 3 concentric circles that you exist inside of every single day: your physical space, your digital feed, and your social circle. If any of these 3 environments are constantly broadcasting stress, limitation, or negativity, your brain immediately shifts into survival mode. To make any permanent, lasting mindset shift, we absolutely have to optimize all 3 of these areas. Which brings us to Section 3, your physical sanctuary. It's all about creating outer order. So, the crucial point is this. Clutter literally creates micro-stress in your brain. Every single object out of place, every stack of unsorted mail, it's a tiny visual reminder of something undone. It silently taxes your cognitive load all day long. But here's the good news. You do not need a massive budget or to call in a home makeover crew to fix this. You just need to eliminate that immediate stressful clutter in the specific spaces where you actually need to sit down and perform. The super practical solution here is to create just one sanctuary space. That's it. A clean desk, a dedicated, comfortable chair. Maybe throw a small plant on the windowsill. You reserve this specific space exclusively for your focus, your reading, or your daily morning routine. By creating this single physical boundary of outer order, you're literally giving your brain a safe haven to finally drop out of survival mode and slip into deep, productive focus. All right, shifting gears to Section 4, your digital pipeline. It's time to curate that feed. Think about it like this. Your phone is a direct pipeline straight into your subconscious. It's this constant, endless IV drip of information that completely bypasses your logical defenses. When you're staring at that screen, especially first thing in the morning when you just wake up, your brain is highly, highly malleable. Whatever you're consuming in that moment, it isn't just something you're idly reading. It is literal programming being installed directly into your subconscious mind. And this brilliantly illustrates the choice you have to make every single time you unlock your screen. On one hand, you've got doom scrolling, outrage, panic, and stress that quite literally programs your mind for anxiety. If you start your morning consuming this garbage, you are deliberately wiring yourself to have a bad day. You have to ruthlessly unfollow panic-inducing content. On the flip side, you have the growth feed, carefully curated for inspiration and education. By actively choosing growth content, you replace that daily dose of anxiety with a powerful biological signal for possibility. Let's move to Section 5, your social climate, and why protecting your energy is non-negotiable. Just like you'd physically adapt to the temperature of a freezing or boiling room, you absorb the emotional climate of the people you spend the most time with. It's just a biological reality. If you're constantly surrounded by stress, cynicism, or anger, your mirror neurons are firing off, and your subconscious interprets those exact signals as your own reality. The emotional baseline of your social circle is directly programming your personal mindset. Let's see how this builds when we compare these two totally different social dynamics. Chronic complainers bring nothing but gossip and emotional exhaustion. They just drain your energy dry. You absolutely must set gentle but very firm boundaries with these folks. In total contrast, an inspiring circle is all about deep, positive conversations. They're discussing fresh ideas and growth, rather than sitting around gossiping about other people. Surrounding yourself with this kind of climate, it's like pouring premium fuel straight into your subconscious. And finally, Section 6, the alignment upgrade. How to make all of this effortless. All right, here is your ultimate step-by-step action plan to bring all of this together. Step 1, clean just one physical sanctuary space today. Just one. Step 2, audit and clean out your digital feeds. Seriously, unfollow the outrage right now. And step 3, set those boundaries around negative conversations to protect your emotional climate. If you follow these 3 simple steps, you are actively taking control of the subconscious signals your brain is receiving every single minute of the day. And when you do that, the ultimate reward is just profound. When you finally align your external environment with your internal vision, staying focused and positive completely stops being this daily grinding struggle. It genuinely becomes effortless. You're no longer exhausting yourself swimming upstream against the current of a chaotic environment. Instead, your environment starts gently pushing you downstream, right toward your goals. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative question to think about. What is one small change you can make to your environment today? Please, don't try to boil the ocean here. Just pick one single thing. Clear off a desk. Unfollow one toxic account. Set one small boundary. Take that step today and just watch how your mind responds. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If this resonated with you, go apply it right now. And I absolutely can't wait to see you back here as we continue to break down the systems of success.